Okay, as promised, I'm picking up from the last spot that I stopped at. I'm gonna keep it moving here. I wanted to play this in 4K, but it doesn't play well with the recorder. Something about the recorder where the recorder actually causes crazy lag in my game. So I bumped it down to 2K. So I'm gonna do this playthrough or these videos in 2K, just as a heads up instead of 4. In the future, I might bump it up to 4K depending on what I'm doing or the locations and stuff. But for the most part, 2K looks amazing, giving community shaders and its revolutionary DLSS function. It pretty much updates the graphics. It like bumps the resolution up, and it uses this crazy anti-aliasing technique that makes the game look 4K when you play it in two. It's insane how good it looks. But my reason or the purpose of me doing that is, well, I want this to be as smooth as possible, first and foremost. And my recorder does not play well with the 4K settings, which is it's subject to change in the future. I will likely update it up to 4K for future videos. Just as a heads up. My guards, as I previously said, I want everything to look vanilla. These look like vanilla guards. They look so vanilla, man. They just slightly updated. Like for instance, you can see through the eyes of the helmet for the guard, opposing to previous game or the vanilla game where it was just like black circles for the eyes. It looked really corny. It looked corny and outdated. Also, the guards are wearing proper armor for their specifically for the gloves or the gauntlets in their boots. As you can see, they look strong. They look the way guards should look. I use Sanguine Symphony, which is a mod so that you can actually headshot people. I could like shoot you in the head with an arrow, and I can headshot and murder you with an arrow. But guards wear helmets, so it's not possible to like run up behind a guard and shoot the guard in the head because the guard he'll notice and he'll attack me. And also the arrows deflect off of the metal, which is super immersive, very high quality of life. Couple of wolves up there, but they use Sky Test, and I've already personally tested Sky Test, and it works fine. Wolves don't just attack you out of the blue. They're not like on this automated, dullard, brain dead AI like the base game. They actually act like real animals. For instance, if I threw fire on the ground right here, and the wolves were approaching, they'll actually get scared and they'll run off. If it's a bunch of wolves, they're not running off. Wolves in the pack don't cower. But as you can see, it's only a couple of wolves, and they're warning me not to get too close because they will attack. They're prone to attacking. If it was a singular wolf and I was close, it would still give me the warning, but it would have a much higher chance of running in fear if I got close to it because the wolf is alone, and I'm like this armored out giant dude. My environments, you gotta admit, these environments still look very vanilla. They look very vanilla. It feels vanilla. It just has more added to it. It's like vanilla, but realistic and slightly more lush. Like got a little bit of lag right there. I don't know what that was about. Maybe something's loading in the world space. These are official I can't remember the name of the mod, but it's a mod that adds in official ancient structures throughout the stage. I'm pretty sure these items right here belong to a merchant. A lot of the villages and places in the world space needed merchants. So now Riverwood has an actual merchant outside, which it needed. That merchant specifically, she sells modded items to me. So like modded armors and stuff like that. She is an armorer. She's not one of the merchants that sells like those like armors. She sells more like accessories and trinkets, but she sells specifically modded rings and accessories. There's an example of a child. That's Danelin. He has S&P air, as you can see there. See if I can get it. There it goes. You can see the wind blowing it there. He looks like a real child. If you look at his face, he looks like a real child, not a Cabbage Patch doll or a Chucky doll like the vanilla game. That's super important. He's also added to. I noticed in the base game there were there were no elf and beast children in the base game, which was alarming. It's super weird. Like children exist. So I modded them in. She uses S&P hair too. See her hair blowing. I personally spitted hair on her all over the environment. I really hate not being able to run right now. My character's hurt. Alduin in the intro, he busted me up pretty bad. But there's hidden treasure all over the game. So like if you check inside of tree stumps and specific areas while you're just exploring, while you're out and about exploring, there's treasure chests everywhere, which is so insane. It makes this game so much better. Just that little detail. I can harvest items, as you can see there. I can harvest ivy. Again, my immersive interactions is off, so you don't see them actually picking it in real time with the animation. I have modded armors from other lore friendly franchises modded into my game too. As you can hear, here's a chest that has all of the armors from Dark Souls 1 through 3 inside of the chest, which is pretty insane. But it's put in a location that's out of the way. And also Dark Souls, if you're not familiar with it, Dark Souls is very immersive. It's super medieval. It's super immersive for Skyrim. So it's a very welcome addition to be there. In case I want to you know, do a playthrough as a Dark Souls character. I personally tweaked a lot of the greenery in the world space to be more compatible with one another. A lot of stuff was too green. A lot of stuff was too bright. As you see, I tweaked it all so that it all plays well. There's another example of an NPC. I'm a beast when it comes to integrating NPCs. This is actually I can't remember her name, Kate Beckinsale, but it's not Kate Beckinsale from Underworld, the vampire Kate Beckinsale that everyone puts in their Skyrim. This is actually Kate Beckinsale when she reprised her role in a game called, or rather a movie called Van Helsing, starring Hugh Jackman. She actually played a medieval character in a movie, and this I managed to find it and put her in there. So yeah, I don't want anyone to confuse her with the vampire from Underworld. This is a chest from I think it's Relics of Hyrule, which is it's a Legend of Zelda mod. I actually put that in here, so now I have custom DLC Legend of Zelda content in my game in case I want to make a link preset and just run around this link. I can chop down trees. I've spitted all types of accessories, as you can see there, on different races and characters. That right there is wood elves have antlers, or Bosmers have antlers. It puts antlers on the wood elf characters because it mimics ESO. I have a wood cutting mod in here, so I can cut down trees, and it's actually real time wood cutting. It's not the new already dated looking OCF version of wood cutting. It's actually a mod where I can take an axe and I can cut a tree down, and you see the tree fall down. It's so revolutionary. It's actually a mod that was made for Legendary Edition. So it's an old mod, but it's so advanced and it's so far ahead of anything we've created today that it goes without words, man. You'd understand it if you saw it in action, which unfortunately I can't do. My character's injured, so can't really do much of anything with items and weapons. There's the CC baskets integrated into the base game. There's an example of a mesh update. If you look closely at that normal base game basket on the right, you'll notice it's mesh. You could see every group of threads on the basket in the mesh shooting out instead of the smooth mesh that the base game has. Same applies to buckets. They have new, higher poly updated meshes. A lot of stuff integrated into the world space. It still feels and looks vanilla. It's just got more stuff. I missed their entire conversation. His cousin Gerda looks drunk. I think she's been drinking before. Yeah, she's been drinking. So Gerda's drunk. She about to throw up. Oh, that's gross, dude. She's gonna throw up on the ground. She's drunk. The laundry mod adds laundry to the world space. Looks really cool. There's a mod called, I think it's called Duty, but there's a mod that puts outhouses in each of the towns and villages. Here's another example of an NPC, a lore-friendly, immersive NPC that I custom modified and put in the game. This is Kid Siri. She's marked as a child, but it's a kid NPC in the game. I can recruit and have her follow me around, and we can go on adventures and stuff. Go kill dragons and clear out dungeons together. Super awesome looking dude. She uses Witcher animations, by the way, for her animation suite. So she fights and acts like a Witcher, as her mentor Gerald does. Lanterns, higher wood posts in the world space. Just little things to tweak the game. Chimneys. This adds chimneys to all the farmhouses. Just little things added to make the game more modernized. Fountain. This is a drinkable water fountain right here. I could use it to fill a water skin. Yes, I can drink water in my game. It's pretty insane. Let's go over here. Loki, I gotta go get Puck. I have Puck in my game. Puck's a little fairy dude. Fatigue. My character's sleepy. I'm hungry and sleepy. Oh boy, I don't have food. Are you kidding me? I didn't pick up any food on the way here. That's a little nuts. There's another example of a lore-friendly NPC. You probably noticed the pattern. I use NPCs from other prominent medieval um, video game franchises, or I use real life celebrity NPCs. This right here is, I think his name is Lognar
Yeah?
Lothbrok,
Until next
Ragnar
time.
Lothbrok. He's from a television show called Vikings, and yeah, he's modded in here, which is pretty cool. Let's go in here. I forget the name of this shop.
Well, one of us has to do something.
It's like Bellathor's or
I said
something.
no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
So this shop is actually
What are you going to
ramsacked.
do then, huh?
This is not vanilla. In the vanilla game, this shop is not ramsacked when you enter it prior to the Golden Claw mission. But as you can see here, there's a mod that messes it up. It'll be cleaned up and repaired later. It's just after I go get the Golden Claw. It takes some time to like clean up or whatever. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool thing to show there. So I'm gonna run back out here. I'm gonna go over into there's so many mods in here, man, that I could discuss and show off. Here's a mod so I can make clothing. I can actually color. I can change the color of my clothing, and I can make specific clothing at this rack here, which is a new thing in the game. A lot of the assets, like this workbench, for example, they're varied, meaning they're different versions of it pops up in different locations. I use Embers XD, so I use the latest meshes for the inside of forges and on fires and stuff like that. My character's super hungry, dude. I gotta go get food. There's a tanning rack. Yeah, I gotta get food, man. My dude is super hungry. There's so much out here to cover, man. Hopefully I don't get too I don't get like hopefully the apple doesn't turn red before I can get inside of the inn and buy food if I have money for it. So there's another mod. It adds Puck. There's Puck from Berserk. He's just like hiding out behind the Riverwood Inn, the sleeping giant. Yep, it's Puck, man. I'm gonna say hi to the little guy. See if I can recruit him. My dude is super dirty too. Think I gotta go take a bath. Ask him if he's
Are
okay.
you okay?
Yeah, my dude is filthy. Would you like to tag along? So I'm gonna see if I can get him to follow. Okay. I'm using DBVO or Dragonborn voice overall. I'm gonna make him
Follow
follow
you.
me.
I need your help.
Come on, little guy. Yeah, I'm using DBVO or Dragonborn voice overall. And the mod basically it adds a voice to your character. So you'll see like lip syncing and actually a voice playing. I found the perfect voice for Guts too. Like it sounds like Guts. And the only downside is there aren't lines for everything in the game yet. I'll do some research, see if I can find patches and things to add more voice lines to this specific voice. But there's a lot of cases or instances where the character doesn't speak, which can't be helped. Well, it can be helped, but I can't help it right now. But I use the highest poly meshes I can find. I'm getting extremely close to the statue here. As you can see, I use it's called I think it's called stupidly high poly, but there's a series of meshes to replace the vanilla base game meshes, and it just adds so many vertices. It adds an unlimited amount of vertices to the meshes for a lot of the items and statues in the game to a point where there's no more jagged edges. It's like this looks insane up close, dude. Like it's just looking at this bowl. See how smooth and round the bowl is? But yeah, stupidly high poly meshes. There's a little shout out there. It's pretty good, man. Just one of the things that bumps my build of the game up. Riverwood looks absolutely beautiful, but the kicker or the upside is everything is where it belongs, meaning I didn't replace or move anything. Everything is where it's supposed to be in the vanilla game. I use handicapped citizens. I disabled a few of the citizens, the ones that I thought were stupid. There's like this one, for instance, it was a lady in a wheelchair, but she just looked dumb. She didn't look immersive, so I took her out. I kept the NPCs that are like missing legs. The NPCs that are missing their legs or have brain damage and stuff like that. I kept them in here because that's immersive. People get PTSD
Come on in.
and they get
Just
hurt.
stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Orgnar, are you listening?
Here's my sleeping giant inn. I use distinct interiors because it's a mod that keeps the vanilla base interiors for all of the inns and places and stuff, but it just adds clutter, which is super important for me. I don't like moving. I don't like moving or shifting items in any locations, but I do love adding to the stuff that's around. That's super important. So yeah, I couldn't recommend distinct interiors more. It's just the mod is perfect, man. It makes all of the interiors feel special instead of recycled. There's another Witcher 3 character. This is Triss.
And what are you doing?
As you can see there, Triss from Witcher 3. She uses the latest textures. She uses 4K minimum for all of her textures. She has a SMP based GT ultra soft body for her nude body. She has physics induced on everything on her character. It's pretty crazy, man. It's Trish, it's Triss from Witcher 3. It's just better. Like this Skyrim's modding capabilities is just like through the roof, man. Like it's insane the things we can do in this game. It really is like the ultimate game at this point. I use a varied or diverse bed mod. It makes the beds different depending on where they are. As you can see, there's Delphine, basically the inn owner's bed.
You are going to brew
But when I go into the rooms that are assigned to us, these are the type of beds we get to sleep in. Still immersive, still super lore friendly, but it just makes sense to, not everyone has a fancy bed. My chests have been overhauled. They're varied. I have diverse chests in the game. There's Recorder. She's one of the most famous followers for Skyrim. It's Recorder. She's been overhauled. I think it's Chewie's Recorder overhaul, but it's an overhaul that makes Recorder look like Fantastic Panda, who's it's basically the girl who did the voice acting for Recorder.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's pretty insane, dude. Just how much it looks like.
Sure. See you soon.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Having Fantastic Panda in your Skyrim game is like, I can't think of anything cooler or more immersive. He's drunk.
Maybe you could talk some
It's been about 20 minutes. I'm gonna end the video here, and then I'll pick up this point. If you like these videos I'm making here, if you think it's a good idea to just showcase all my Skyrim stuff, click like, man, and I'll keep these going. If you don't like it, I'll notice. I'll notice. I usually oh, I don't think the likes are visible. Maybe the views. So I'll go by the view count. Like if this gets a lot of views or whatever, I'll notice. And then I'll go, I'll post or upload Skyrim playthrough videos accordingly. And yeah, I look forward to making more stuff. All right.